What's up guys, Invisible Jiu-Jitsu, David Musagawa, because I'm going to talk to you today about gripping strategies, okay? How I grip, why I grip, what I'm aiming to do. I'm going to use guard passing as a little example. So let's say Cuz has me in close guard. Now, Jiu-Jitsu in a nutshell is this. If I can make all the grips that I want, deny him all the grips that he wants, then I'm going to be winning the fight probably. Because to do anything in Jiu-Jitsu, first you have to attain your grips. If you can't make grips, you're not going to do anything in Jiu-Jitsu. So in an ideal world, I just want Cuz just to be relaxing here while I set all of my grips, and then I start to open his guard, boom, pop, whatever. But that's not realistic, okay? So, various strategies that we have. Cuz grips me. I break his grips. Right? So anytime Cuz sets a grip, I break it. Right? So if he grips my sleeve, boom, I break it. And I've got a video on that particular sleeve grip if you want to check that out. He grips my sleeve, I break it. Okay? But we're not always able to break every grip. And some grips just don't deserve breaking. Like, I don't even know. If he was to grip down here, like down here, you might just decide that that's bullshit and I'm going to leave it there and I'm just going to do whatever I want. So we can work around it, and that's going to play into later on. But if it's a threatening grip, I want to deal with it. Okay, I want to deal with it quick. What I don't want is him to start getting all the way up to here and I think, you know what, I should probably break this grip. Because as soon as he sets that deep and holds on properly, I'm not breaking that grip. Okay? If he holds my sleeve and I can't break that grip, well, the first thing I'm going to do is make my own grip. Okay? And that's next best. If I can't break a grip, I make a grip. Okay? Always remember that. If I can't break a grip, make a grip. And in this case, it could be this. You know, I could have anchored it in place. Because right now, try and move my arm around. Yeah? If I just let him have this grip, well, my arm goes wherever he wants it to go. Okay? So, breaking grips, making grips when I can't break them, securing my hand. Okay? The next stage of it is I can't either break a grip or make a grip, but I can render his grip useless by position. Okay? So let's say he was holding on to this sleeve here, and I try my Roger Gracie pass that we just made a video on. Well, he's still got this grip, but it's useless to him. Yeah? Try and move my arm around. Right? I'm not gripping anything, I don't need to. My position has killed that grip. And if he knows what's good for him, he's probably going to let go of it and move on to something else. So for me, those are my three stages of gripping, my three kind of things that I want to think about. If I can just deny all grips to begin with and set my own grips, fantastic. If I get gripped, but I can't break it, I'm going to anchor my arm in place, or I'm going to re-grip to even things up. Very important I don't get left behind with him making all the grips and me having none of them. And then after that, if I can render grips useless with positioning, very important. Okay, a perfect example is Cuz really enjoys the suicide choke. Okay, so let go of the guard. So he's just going to have a guard here and he's going to set up his suicide choke. Okay, now obviously he wants me to go this way. No. And he does it all the time in sparring because he's a dick. Okay? But if he now sets up his choke the exact same way and I manage to force this, okay, if you just turn, try and choke me now. I haven't changed any of the grips. I haven't broken a grip or necessarily made a grip, but I've rendered his grips useless by body positioning. Okay? Another example might be, I'm not going to stand up because we'll have to move the camera, but if he was to take a cross grip, I might be able to render that useless by going into like a Russian or off to the side. This is now dead. Okay, there's no collar drag, there's no nothing. Okay, if you want to see the collar drag, that'll be up in the corner. So those are the kind of things that I'm thinking about all the time when I'm grappling in Jiu-Jitsu. If I'm messing around, just rolling with a blue belt, white belt, beginner, and just screwing around, I'll let them grip all they want. If I'm trying to win a competition with other black belts, I'm not letting that black belt grip me at all if I can avoid it. And if I can't, then I'm going to follow these other principles. Okay, so the 3 basic principles. Break grips. If you can't break them, make them or render them useless with your positioning. Okay, that should stand you in good stead. Okay, so if you like the video, you know the drill by now. If you're not subscribed already, go hit the subscribe button. Come back for more. Thank you, cuz. Thanks to you guys.